Hey everyone. So this is kind of a crazy week, and I already heard from people that there's a lot going on. So just know it's not just you. Saturn retrograded back into Pisces, and that energy is different from the preview that we had of Saturn in Aries. I would say it's less about that. Disciplining that energetic push towards a new beginning and going back and clearing out. And I mean, it's interesting because it happens right as like it ushers in this eclipse season, which is also in Pisces. So basically, the it's at 29 degrees Pisces, marking a culmination point after 29 to 30 years, urging us to clear out accumulated energies and finalize past cycles. This degree is a gathering point of energies that require intentional release, dissolving, and purification. The final degrees of Pisces are associated with consequences based on personal intentions and energetic work. Your energetic intentions are always tethered to you and they influence your reality. Positive, high vibrational intentions attract beneficial outcomes, while negative or harmful intentions can manifest as consequences. And so Saturn's final degrees are highlighting this, the importance of using responsible energy and spiritual mastery. And I know right now it can be hard to just be positive and just surrender, especially like if you're in this field or in any other kind of energetic light workers. Like you're used to already not getting the story out the way you want to. Just keep that in mind and as you move forward, because people are like I said, this is a crazy week and it's an eclipse. Like eclipses are also always like heightened times, right? So the opposition between Pisces and Virgo energies, with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo, is emphasizes releasing limiting patterns, judgment, and petty behaviors. Low vibration Virgo stuff. It's time to release those things, and the focus is on moving forward with compassion and understanding and making choices aligned with personal growth and higher good. The lunar eclipse is at 15 degrees Pisces. It's accelerating the process of removing what confines or limits you, including ego and mental constructs. It's really encouraging letting go of ego stuff. It's encouraging surrender, humility, and recognize that not everything can be fully understood. You have to kind of, everything that goes along with when you hear the word surrender. Another thing that's happening, so the lunar eclipse is actually on the 7th of September, but right before that, Uranus goes retrograde. And Uranus retrograde always kind of brings up some craziness, revelations and shocks, and the need to see multiple. It's a very disruptive, right? So the thing about this Uranus and Gemini is that it's conjunct Sedna, which recently entered Gemini. And Sedna is actually a planet-like body located in the coldest known region of our solar system. She was named after the Inuit goddess of the sea who resides in the Arctic underworld and rules over all marine life. But her myth, it's a tough one. It tells of her betrayal by both her father and her husband and her resultant anger, which causes violent storms and turbulent seas. Sedna describes where you have the potential to feel powerless. However, she also shows you where you can overcome these feelings and play your part in taking care of the planet and humanity. So right now, Uranus and Sedna are both at the early degree of Gemini, and they're about to station retrograde. So this is going to stir the pot with big messages and unexpected revelations that were missed the first time around. As I said, Sedna digs deep into our emotional undercurrents and brings to the surface deep pain that has defined our soul journey. And Uranus awakens what we need to see, know, and understand that could turn a story sideways. So new layers of information are rising, and this is just like, that's what I mean. We have the eclipses right after, like following this energy. So it's all kind of, this is a tough week. I'm not gonna lie. And Pluto. So the other thing I want to talk about in this video is out of bounds, Pluto out of bounds. Basically, we have the celestial equator, which is the Earth's equator projected out into the sky. And then planets are north or south of that equator, which is projected out into the sky. The sun can get no further south of the celestial equator than like 23.5 degrees. Use that as a boundary. So south, 23.5 degrees south of the celestial equator. So if you, normally all the other planets that revolve around the sun are within that boundary, but if they're outside of that boundary, which happens, then they're considered out of bounds. So like, for example, when I was born, the moon was 27 degrees south of the celestial equator. So that's outside of that 23.5 degree boundary. So that I have an out of bounds moon. So we're all about to experience this Pluto with out of bounds, which is, the thing about out of bounds is that when you're outside of that boundary, like normally you can think of the sun as the CEO, but when you're outside of that, you have more freedom. Like that planet has more freedom and doesn't have to like report to the CEO, the sun, like planets normally do. And with Pluto out of bounds and Aquarius, like this is the first time this is happening since I think 1953. Yeah, 1938 to 1953 was the last time we had this, like on and off. So from 2025 to 2035, like for about, I think like half of the year, or once, I know it's once every year, we're gonna have Pluto out of bounds. And that's why this is, now we're gonna start seeing some of the crazy manifestations of this Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto already has the themes of power, force, and strength through collective endeavors. And so there's going to be a lot of extreme, wild stuff we're going to see that like we haven't seen yet. I know it sounds like, like we're already seeing stuff like that, but we're going to really experience these extremes with like DNA experiments, and we already know about how far AI is going to go. Even the Chinese military parade that just happened, like a lot of crazy stuff with that. Just know that this is what's coming for humanity, and everything has something that's gonna bring us forward. But expect sometimes, like with these extremes, just know that that's where it's taking us, because it can be hard to fathom with everything going on. It's a crazy time to be alive, but it's also, I think, it's a blessed time to be alive. We our souls wanted this. What a time to be alive. It's not a boring time to be alive. So yeah. Anyways, I hope these energies are, even if they're tough, just like you're finding your own strategies to deal with them, and clear out, and just have compassion, and just try to be patient as much as you can, and do what you need to do. But yeah, feel free to comment below, anything tough or whatever. I'll try to comment back. But wish you all the best with this eclipse season, and yeah, stay tuned.